I'm Matt. I'm going to be giving my Disney movie pitch and adaptation. I have chosen to do a movie on the Greek god Apollo. I'm doing this because I feel depicting Apollo as a young Roman growing and adapting to new roles in society during this time is beneficial to us today to understand the culture and what was going on during the time, and also the heroics of how his mythology came about. So for the setting, I've chosen actual areas in Greece where Apollo was, such as Thebes. That is modern day Turkey, I believe, or Libya. There are numerous temples there that were built for Apollo, which I want to incorporate in the movie in some way, even if it's just the setting, because most of these places are no longer standing, so using CGI will help with that. And some of the characters will be Apollo, of course, his sister Artemis, which I believe this is the only thing that I'm really changing from the original story to this movie, is incorporating the two as almost a dynamic duo. I think that's a cool idea for screenplay. And other characters included will be Zeus, his mother Leto, Poseidon, and Achilles. These are all side characters, but I think of this movie as almost what could be a franchise in a way, and I'll get into that later on. Basic plot, I want to go in a sense of this is a live action movie. I want to go from action to background to action to finish off, because I believe most movies have a very slow start and it's kind of hard to get into. So going from an immediate action sequence of Apollo within the first week of his birth, fighting Python and killing it with an arrow, I think could be a pretty cool action sequence. And then going into his background of, as a kid, how he could come up with these cool designs and plan out cities, and also his god abilities of, archery and music and poetry, and also of disease, which we get into in the last sequence of the Trojan War, which is how the movie will, in a way, finish, because you get most of these characters together in a big fight scene. There's a few quotes I'll throw in there, and also include the scene of Apollo guiding the arrow into Achilles' heel, which I think will be different than other movies, because I want to do some sort of action where it's slow motion in a fast-paced sort of way, if that makes any sense, where it's slowed down, but you have characters in the background such as like Poseidon, where this scene is from Apollo's point of view, but then you could also have the same scene from Poseidon's point of view in his own movie, which I feel like I've never seen before in a franchise. So I thought that was a pretty cool idea. So I just want to go into his heroics and, the religion, connection, and cultural practices that make him who he is in that specific culture and why he's important to that culture. Incorporating the plot and the setting of where it's going to be in 9 to 7th century BC, along with his adventures. I believe this is why this Apollo movie and adaptation should be made. Thank you.